Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next session in the in applied psychological engineering. And this series of lectures is going to be on understanding how to become God within physical form, or becoming God within this physical, or the frequency of God within this physical form, and within this form's speech, and within this form's actions. Do you sort of get it? So we're understanding that there is a fundamental understanding of God, that God is the child of the merging of Mother Universe and Father Consciousness. So all conscious life needs physical matter and conscious form to become. The merging of that physical matter and conscious form is what creates God. You are a merging of physical matter and conscious form, therefore, you are God. Jesus said it, everyone said it. God is everything within the universe. That means God is within everything within the universe. That means everything within the universe is God fundamentally, foundationally. Do you sort of get it? So, this part of this series, or this series on applied psychological engineering, will be looking at activating and accessing that frequency of God to become a conscious and unconscious broadcasting center of that frequency of God. Does that sort of make sense? So, like, what we're understanding is that what we know to be God, one second, I'll just pause for a second. All right, so understanding is that God is the merging of consciousness and physical matter. You are God. Within God is the frequency of the universe, or within you is the frequency of the universe that is God. So if we think about it like this, what we are saying is God is the aspect or dimension of self that can both access the physical universe and the non-physical universe. Do you sort of get it? When I embody conscious action within life, consciousness exists within the non-physical universe, and the sort of physical universe is a result of the actions taken in the non-physical universe. So if we're understanding this in physics and quantum physics, I cannot alter the physical universe through physics. So I can't change physics or the laws of physics through the physical universe. But through the quantum universe, or the non-physical universe, there can be alterations to the physical outcome of the physical universe. So it's not to say that we're trying to change the sort of laws and all of that of physical reality of physics, but it's to say quantum physics can make the laws of physics not operate or work within the parameters of the known universe. So things can happen outside of our conscious ability to understand it, or our ability to explain it within physics, within physical sciences. Do you get it? Physics is physical sciences. Physics is all of the sciences of the physical universe. Quantum physics is non-physical. So all the non-physical sciences fall under the realm of the quantum state, because the quantum state exists outside of the physical universe. So, like, if you're trying to think of this through quantum entanglement, what we're understanding is the aspect or dimension of quantum entanglement that entangles two particles operates outside of the known physical universe or the limitations of the physical universe. Otherwise, there would be quantum strings all across the universe connecting all of the particles, but those quantum strings exist outside of the physical universe. Do you sort of get it? So they're still within the universe, they're just outside of the physical sort of bandwidth of the universe. Do you sort of get it? So, like when we're understanding that quantum entanglement, one particle influencing another particle without any time delay over great or vast distances, like how is that possible through physical science? It's not possible because there would always be, even at the speed of light, time delay between the action. Do you get it? So the non-physical universe does not have space and time. Do you sort of get it? It's non-linear. There's non-linearity within the non-physical universe that doesn't see or doesn't separate the distance via time and doesn't separate it via distance. So like the non-linear locality, maybe. I don't know the exact word, but the locality of the non-physical nature means that those particles are in the same point in space and time while also simultaneously being separated via the distance. Do you sort of get it? So we perceive the particles to be in the physical universe separated through distance, but in the non-physical universe, they are with one and the same in the same point in space and time. So it's really like if you're trying to get your head around this, like it's pretty difficult to do. But basically, the easiest way to understand this is that the physical universe cannot explain consciousness. Consciousness cannot explain the physical universe. It doesn't work like that. The physical universe is within itself the physical universe, but it is not separated or segregated from consciousness. Like, do you sort of get it? So, like, don't think of it as two separate universes. Think of it as one universe that has two symbiotic parts. Or think of it like your brain. Your brain has a conscious side and an unconscious side, a side that you're aware of and exists with it, and a side that you're unaware of and it's quite hard for you to exist within the unconscious mind. Do you sort of get it? So, like, when we're understanding this, like, the the mirroring of the nature of the universe is mirrored in the nature of our conscious experience. Do you sort of get it? So, like the physical universe, I can experience consciousness in, but within consciousness, the physical universe doesn't exist. Like, does that sort of make sense? Like, thought doesn't have, like, the physical universe doesn't exist in thought. So I am able to project my thought or create with thought outside of physical boundaries or physical constructs. So there's a dimension outside of physical understanding or physical conceptualization that I am able to access, and that is consciousness. Do you sort of get it? So, like, what I mean by that is in the physical universe, like particles are separated. Do you know what I mean? Like we are separated. We are sort of like these separate or individual beings or points in space and time or data that is moving through an individualistic world. Do you sort of get it? One tree is separate from another. They're not all just trees. Do you sort of get it? Like, if we were understanding this through consciousness, We would be a point of consciousness within a sea of consciousness that is moving through being the sea and the point simultaneously. So it's hard for the non-physical universe to conceptualize the physical universe because the physical universe is just one potential collapsed in the wave function. The conscious or non-physical universe is all simultaneously, all potential simultaneously. Do you sort of get it? So if we're understanding this, like we're just trying to start to understand the relational, the relationship. Do you sort of get it? My conscious mind can never know my unconscious mind. My unconscious mind can never know my conscious mind. Like there's a foundational separation between their perception or understanding. My conscious mind only understands in like psychological structures, hierarchies of meaning, language, logic, reason, all of this linear. My unconscious mind is non-linear. Do you get it? So we're just understanding this and starting to understand the relationship that God is the merging of the conscious and unconscious. Do you get it? That's the higher consciousness. When my conscious mind and my unconscious mind merge in union, I enter a state of higher consciousness where I'm aware of my like conscious belief structures, but I'm also aware of my emotional states and things like that. Do you sort of get it? So, this accessing of this higher state or this higher frequency within you, do you sort of get it? Like, how do you access your higher consciousness? You let go to your ego. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, you have to understand your ego's position within the relational dynamic. You have to understand your unconscious emotional state. You have to understand all of your emotions. Like you have to be able to experience your emotions. Do you sort of get it? So it's like this idea of becoming one and whole within myself, that when my mind is at peace, when my emotions are at peace, they work together. Do you sort of get it? When there's chaos between the two, when my mind's fighting my heart's fighting my mind. Like what I'm talking about is that my heart has to be aligned and my mind has to be aligned. And when that happens, and I have aligned my heart and my mind on what I believe success is, I think and feel success is the exact same thing. Do you sort of get it? Now I'm in a higher state of consciousness where I'm able to account for the emotional states and my memory retention, but also all of my conscious thought and processing. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we're just understanding that it's the collaboration. So that's an important thing to realize is the physical universe and the non-physical universe don't work in separation. They work in collaboration on different planes of experience or existence. Do you sort of get it? Nothing in the physical universe can have form if there is no consciousness or non-physical universe to give it form. Like if physical matter has to be like formless until a conscious being gives it form, how does a conscious being exist? How does form or structure ever be created? Like, do you sort of get it? Like for the universe to have, like the physical universe, for it to have form, like there has to be a non-physical universe that gives it form. So like for my body to have form, my cells need to know how to grow. There needs to be a genetic blueprint for growth. Like, do you sort of get it? There needs to be conscious structure as to what a nose is and what a nose does. Like, do you sort of get it? So like as an individual or a conscious being, without that sort of conscious structure that gives me personally my form, I don't hold any form. But if there's no conscious experience or conscious awareness, then my form still has no experience of itself. I'm simply but a rock sitting within a river. Do you get it? So, like, we start to understand the symbiotic nature that it's not that my physical form comes before my consciousness. It's not that my consciousness comes before my physical form. For them to exist, they have to exist simultaneously, symbiotically. Do you sort of get it? So, like, for me to develop as a fetus into like a baby or whatever, like there has to be a level of conscious action happening for the creation of my physical body. Like there has to be conscious, like synaptic action happening and developing. Do you sort of get it? And the developing of muscles and the developing of bones and the developing of organs and all of that. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, but it's like, does that come from the consciousness of the mother, or does that come from the consciousness of the fetus or the embryo? Like, where does the genetic material come from? Like, do you sort of get it? Where does the conscious form, the conscious structure come from? Like, does this make sense? So, like, for example, for us to reproduce, it can't be one or the other. It can't be the mother or the father. It is a symbiotic nature that has to exist or has to happen symbiotically. Do you sort of get it? Like, it has to happen together because, like, the mother and the father are the two sides of the coin that make the child. Like, do you get it? So, like, if we're starting to understand this, the mother and the father are the two sides that create the universe. Physical matter or the physical universe and the non-physical universe come together to create the universe. Do you sort of get it? But like one can't come before the other. It's one of the paradoxes of the universe. Does this make sense? Like the paradox is for me to be born, I have to have a mother and a father. Like, do you sort of get it will never happen any other way? Like it can. Like there are, hermaphrodites or hermaphroditic species. There's, like there are ways for it to happen for one individual to hold both sides of the coin. But if we just understand it as being a sort of like if we think about like how we reproduce as being a reflection of the universe, there has to be a merging between consciousness or conscious form and physical matter. Do you sort of get it? So it's not that the conscious form gives form to the physical matter. It's not that the physical matter gives form to the conscious form. Like, do you sort of get it? Like they come together like to become something. Do you sort of get it? So like after the child, the mother and father are never separated. Like, do you sort of get it? It's important for us to understand this because if God exists within us is the reflection of God. So all of the aspects and dimensions of us are reflected within God. So if a man and a woman has to come together, if consciousness and physical matter have to come together to create physical form, like, do you sort of get it? Like, it's the easiest way to understand this without trying to break it down into like basically trying to understand exactly how quantum physics alters physics. Like We're just understanding that I can't see the universe as being separate from me. How I exist within the universe is a reflection of how the universe exists within me, or how the universe exists within the universe. Like, do you get it? Like, I don't have to look further than that and try and egotistically prove it to a certain point, unless you can conceptualize the entirety of the universe and all of consciousness within the universe. You can't conceptualize the universe. Do you sort of get it? So there's a point to where if you wish to conceptualize the universe, you have to simplify it into a state that you are able to fundamentally conceptualize it. Do you sort of get it? So it's like when we're trying to understand this, like what I'm saying to you is that within your unconscious mind is the processing power to conceptualize everything within the universe. Within your conscious mind, there is not that processing power. It's a physical impossibility. So you have to let go to consciously needing to know, and you have to pick up unconscious knowing. So I have to say, I want to understand the universe and consciousness and physical matter within the universe. And then I'm allowing myself to feel what is true. Do you get it? Because if I try and consciously understand what is true, like all of the libraries on the world that have ever existed would never have enough space. Do you sort of get it? Like the greatest like black hole in the universe that is millions or tens of thousands of times bigger than our sun doesn't have the capacity to suck the entire universe into it. Do you sort of get it? Like it's a pretty fucking there's a lot of information and data in the universe. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, it's really important to understand this, that it's like if I am trying to perceive or conceive something that exists outside of my conceptual or perceptual understanding, my ability to conceive and perceive, I have to access the aspect or dimension of myself that has the ability to perceive and conceive the entirety of the universe. Do you sort of get it? So it's like my mind's this really powerful thing, but consciously, I've only got access to a little bit of it. Do you get it? Like, and it's important to understand this because if you had access to the entirety of your mind's potential in every moment, like you remember or you store the memory of every experience you've ever had. Like, do you get it? You would have conscious awareness of every experience you ever had within your life, always. It would be really difficult for you to identify information because you would be constantly overwhelmed by information, just by the sheer volume of information. Do you sort of get it? So, like, the conscious mind is a way of seeing portions or small parts of the overall picture. When I look out into a landscape, my conscious awareness is able to see bits and pieces, or it's able to see the whole thing without detail. Do you sort of get it? But my unconscious mind is seeing everything within detail. Do you sort of get it? It's how I can just notice something when I'm looking the other way. Do you sort of get it? Where I just see something from my periphery. Like my unconscious mind was scanning that and my conscious mind got a signal that something was over there. Do you sort of get it? It wasn't my conscious mind scanning my entire thing, because prior to noticing it, my focus was over here. So how could I see something over there if I'm looking over here? Do you get it? So understand the duality between your mind, your conscious and unconscious mind. That when I'm trying to unconsciously know, I am simply working in collaboration with my unconscious mind, who is focused on all of my unconscious operations and systems and functions. Do you sort of get it? So it's like I open a dialogue with myself, and then I start speaking to myself. Now, when we're trying to understand the frequency of God, well, what does the frequency of God mean to you? Do you sort of get it? The point isn't for it to be an objective frequency. The point is for it to be subjective. The objective nature of the frequency is the physicality of the signal or the frequency um, being broadcasted, but the subjective meaning you associate to that frequency is yours. Do you get it? So, like, the frequency of God is just the highest frequency. Do you sort of get it? So, for me to understand the highest frequency would be the unconditional. So, if I thought of the highest form of love that could exist, would be unconditional love. If I thought of the highest form of acceptance that could exist, unconditional acceptance. Like, do you sort of get it? If I thought of the highest level of worth that I would exist, unconditional worth. Do you get it? So, what we're understanding is the frequency is an energetic state. Like, so when we're thinking about the frequency of God, there are two frequencies within us: our conscious frequency and our electromagnetic frequency. So the frequency of God is the highest form of frequency within our conscious frequency, and the highest form and frequency within our electromagnetic frequency. So our electromagnetic frequency is our biochemical state within our body that alters the energetic beating of our heart or the energetic state within our body. But this biochemical state is sort of managed through our emotional state. So as the signal of the frequency goes from being picked up by my cells and my heart and then broadcasted through the feelings within my body or the biochemical state, it then is transferred into an emotional state or sensation and emotional meaning. If I think of the love of God and I feel the love of God or the frequency of God's love, like I am feeling an energetic state or frequency, and then I am translating that into my sort of my heart, and my heart is translating that into, so basically my heart picks up the frequency of God's love. So I feel God's love in my heart. And then basically my heart translates that into a biochemical response or a chemical equilibrium within my body. And then that equilibrium is translated or broadcasted to my emotional state. So I feel God's love in my heart. I feel love all throughout me and euphoria all throughout my body. And then basically that euphoria means that I'm in an emotional state of God's love and acceptance and all of this. And then it's translated into a conscious state. Do you sort of get it? Like, does it make sense? So we're understanding that there are these chain reaction. So when I want to feel God's love, it is through the unconscious mind. When I want to believe or know God's truth, it is through the conscious mind. Do you sort of get it? So when I'm connecting to the frequency of what I believe the truth of God's love is, and I'm seeing it, and I'm experiencing it, and I'm bringing it down, and I'm translating it from my higher consciousness into my ego, and then I'm translating it from my ego into my unconscious mind, and then I am translating it from my emotional state, which is my unconscious mind, into my biochemical state, and as a result, it influences my heart or my energetic state. Do you sort of get it? It's the two ways it happens. So what we're understanding is that it is a symbiotic nature between my conscious mind and my unconscious mind, or my mind and my heart, that I'm looking for the alignment. If I feel God's love in my heart, but I don't believe in God's love, I don't believe in the truth of God's love. Like, do you sort of get it? I'll feel God's love, but I'll never know God's love. Do you sort of get it? If I believe in the truth of God's love, but I never allow myself to feel it, I will never feel God's love. I'll know it to be true, but I won't feel it. So, what we're trying to do is we're trying to align the energetic frequency of the conscious frequency to the energetic frequency of the um, electromagnetic frequency. Do you sort of get it? And by that harmony and union, I now become a unified frequency to where I'm able to consciously broadcast out the frequency of God and the truth of God's love and the belief in God's love. And I'm able to energetically broadcast the emotional state or the feeling of God's love. Do you sort of get it? The energetic signal. And then basically, how we understand this through the physical form is that when I'm able to speak God's love in truth and belief, do you sort of get it? I'm creating a conscious frequency for it. So the more I speak God's love into existence, the stronger the conscious frequency is. And with my actions, the more I embody the actions of God's love within myself, the stronger the frequency gets. And the stronger the frequency gets, and the more unified and aligned it is, the more unified and aligned my internal broadcasting to my external environment becomes. And that is how you can feel the presence of God within someone, or someone can consciously awaken the belief of God within you. Do you sort of get it? Like, you're always connected to God. God's always within you. Like, you exist because of God. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, everything exists because of God. So it's like that frequency is always there. But what happens is I'm unaware of my conscious frequency and my electromagnetic frequency. Do you sort of get it? So what happens is that there is misalignment to what I think God is and what I feel God is. There's misalignment to what I believe God is and what I feel God is within me. So like there has to be trust between what I think and what I feel. That if there's misalignment to me believing in God's unconditional love in life, but I feel God's unconditional love in life, well, I have to trust that the feeling is true. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we understand this, but I'm never going to be able to understand my electromagnetic frequency or my energetic state unless my emotional state is calm and clear. Do you get it? If there's chaos up in my ocean of emotion, like it's hard to read the signals because there's so much false signals or false data being presented. Do you sort of get it? So I'm really trying to identify if my emotional state is difficult, is I have to work through my emotional state to calm it. Do you sort of get it? I have to calm and understand my emotions before I can feel my emotions within their fullness. Do you sort of get it? So, like, however you want to do that, you are able to do that. I have practices for you if you want to do the full brain activation and retrospection to release emotional trauma and understand your emotions. But the other thing is that you just talk to your unconscious mind, collaborate with your unconscious mind, talk to God. Like, do you sort of get it? And then just embody what you believe as being truth. So if you wish for God's love to be, or God's unconditional love to be a truth and something you believe in life, like you have to sort of like force reset your emotional state or your energetic state or update it with that belief. Do you sort of get it? So if I believe or I want to believe in God's love, but I don't feel God's love, I am saying to my emotional state that, like, this is the energetic state or frequency that I have identified is the right frequency. And we're going to work on elevating or transmuting this current frequency into that state of being. So I work through my emotional trauma. I work through my emotions and things like that. And as I work through it, I become more and more aligned to the energetic state. But if my belief is that God's unconditional love exists, then in every action and every word I speak, I am embodying that. Do you sort of get it? And with every action that I take, with every word that I speak, I am compounding that belief and the feeling that belief gives me. Do you sort of get it? So I'm conditioning in the belief that God's unconditional love is true or a truth. And then I'm embodying that belief until that truth and belief becomes my reality through behavioral conditioning and behavioral association. If every moment of every day I force myself to believe God's love is true, it is only a matter of days, how many days until God's love becomes true, until I feel it. Do you sort of get it? Because I'm associating my environmental stimuli to the new belief. And then it's sort of like my perception of the belief will alter to my perception of reality. So I have a reprogramming practice on this where basically I re engineered my mind to feel God's presence around me within every day. And the more I repeat that, the more I embody God's presence, the more I physically feel God. Do you sort of get it? So, like, think of it like this. If I speak on something for 30 days, it will become a belief. If I speak on something for 12 months, it will become a truth. If I speak on something for the rest of my days, it will shape and form my very reality. God, like in all beliefs, there is this, or all religions and spiritual beliefs, there is this idea of creation through speech. Speech creates the vibrations that resonate the particles together. Do you sort of get it? So when we're understanding this, what we're understanding is that within my speech is the frequency of God. And should I speak through the frequency of God, I can speak with the creation, the frequency of creation that God holds. Do you sort of get it? If I act within the frequency of God, I can form any action into being a reflection of God. Do you sort of get it? So I use my speech to create God within others, and then I use my embodied action to sort of like awaken God within them or allow them to feel the presence of God. Do you sort of get it? Like it's really important to understand this, because what we're understanding is to become God within physical form is to determine, like, one, what is important to you in life. Is it love? Is it truth? Is it honor? Do you know what I mean? Is it compassion? Is it family? Is it whatever it is? Do you sort of get it? I'm just saying that God is the highest frequency of that. And then I'm choosing which frequencies I want to embody and broadcast into my environment. Do you sort of get it? Mine was truth and honor. Like, do you get it? What's the highest version of honor? Smiling death in the face and holding on to your honor. Like, do you get it? Like, that's God's truth in honor. That to embody the frequency of God within honor is to smile death in the face and choose death over dishonor. Like, do you get it? Like, what's the highest level of truth or the highest frequency of truth? To speak truth at your own expense, to not hide the truth, even if you lose everything because of that truth. Like, do you sort of get it? To speak truth, even if others don't like you because you speak truth. Do you sort of get it? To not bend your truth to acceptance, to not make yourself acceptable at the expense of the truth. Like, do you sort of get it? So we're just embodying that within our speech, and then we're embodying it within our enacted behaviors or our actions. And then we become the reflection of God within the physical form. Do you sort of get it? So when we're understanding this and we're starting to understand the frequency, okay, of God and embodying this frequency within our life, if we can find it, what we want to do is we want to start to understand what this frequency means and what it means for us to embody this frequency within ourselves and for others. Do you sort of get it? So, what we have to understand is that spiritual enlightenment, if you are thinking about spiritual enlightenment means the awareness of your connectivity or connection to all. So it's a physical sensation where you can perceive all of existence through your experience of existence, or you can perceive all of life through your conscious being, where I can project out my conscious awareness to encompass all of the universe as myself, as this being. Do you sort of get it? So when we're understanding this, like, why would this be important to the frequency of God? Do you get it? That it is not about me thinking and determining that I am God at the expense of other. It's collaboration, not competition. You will never reach the frequency of God through competition. Do you sort of get it? So, like, every conscious being, everything within the universe is me. So, should I be becoming the frequency of God? I'm not becoming the frequency of God at my own expense. It's not about domination and control and ego and all of this. It's unconditional collaboration. Do you understand? So, should I be God's truth and honor? It is unconditionally collaborating in truth and honor. Do you get it? Like, there cannot be separation between me and others, because if there's separation between me and others, I am no longer unconditional. Unconditional is predicated in the base of without condition or without separation. Like, do you sort of get it? If I'm unconditional in truth, there is no separation between that truth and my speech. There is no condition where I alter that truth. There is no condition where I alter that speech. Do you sort of get it? So, like, when we start to understand this, it really comes down to understanding our intentions. Do you sort of get it? So once we have let go to the ego or the self identity of self as being the dominant ruler or the guy in charge, and we are talking from a place of our higher consciousness, my ego is the only aspect of self that seeks. Do you get it? So, like when I'm thinking about the frequency of God and becoming the frequency of God, I have to let go to personal attachments for seeking. If I want to speak unconditional truth, I can't hold any attachment over my perception of the truth. Do you sort of get it? Like water, I flow in the direction the truth goes. I do not try to hold sway over the direction of that truth. In the moment I hold sway over the direction of that truth, I am now egotistically trying to dominate and control the truth. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we have to understand that it is not like becoming the frequency of God is not about ruling the universe. It is simply about becoming the highest potential that you can be without the ego of desire. Do you sort of get it? So it's not to say that you can't desire things in life, but you have to, like, desire within means. So it's like this. I desire people to be honorable, but I cannot force people to be honorable if they do not desire being honorable. Do you sort of get it? Like, I can't, like, if I try to do that, any moment I try to force someone to be with truth, to be honorable, like, I'm now taking that truth from being a frequency of God, and I'm now speaking that truth from a frequency of my ego. Do you get it? So even though I may be speaking truth, I am no longer speaking truth from the frequency of God. I'm speaking truth from the frequency of ego. Do you get it? So it's like I am seeking through my speech and action frequency alignment to the conscious frequency of God and the emotional or the energetic or electromagnetic frequency of God. Do you sort of get it? But every time I try to hold on to that frequency through my ego, I lose it. Do you get it? Like, it's a funny thing. So it's this idea every time I try to say the water is going to move right or turn right, it'll turn left. Do you sort of get it? It's that action of me trying to determine the flow that alters the flow. Like, do you get it? So, like, what we have to understand about this is that detachment is not me closing my eyes. Do you sort of get it? Detachment is, it would be nice if the river flowed right, but if it flows left, that's okay. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, this would be my intention if I were to create it. Do you sort of get it? But if it goes this way, it's no dramas because I'm not attached to the outcome. I am in the flow of the action or the motion. Do you sort of get it? And I'm trying to align and get better at predicting the flow of the motion. Do you sort of get it? So that I can say with certainty, yeah, it'll turn left up here because I've identified it. I've identified markers within the river that tell me that the flow is about to turn left. Do you sort of get it? So it's not that I am controlling or dominating the flow. I am aligning with the flow to where I know where it goes. Like, do you get it? This is the frequency of God. When I'm able to speak truth in flow and I know which way the truth is going to go because it's self-evident. Like, truth doesn't hide behind illusions. Do you sort of get it? If someone lies to become a politician, if someone lies to get into a position of power, like I know the flow of the river is going to say they will lie while they are in that position of power. They will manipulate, they will corrupt, they will do negative things. They will serve self-interest. Like it's not ego me saying, I think this is going to happen. It's me identifying the river. Well, if an egotistical person lies once, they'll lie again because ego is predicated and based on the means justify the ends. Do you sort of get it? I'm not predicting the behavior based within the individual action. I am looking at the action in relation to the sort of past history or recorded data or history, and then to likelihood, statistical likelihoods. Do you sort of get it? What is the statistical likelihood of a behavior being repeated if it is positively encouraged? So a politician lies to get into a position of power and no one pulls them up on it and removes them from it. Like I'm going to be highly incentivized to repeat that action. Like, do you get it? Because I know that action works. Like, do you get it? So it's really easy to predict behaviors or to predict the flow of the water just based on truthful observation. Do you sort of get it? But I don't observe the flow of the river by looking at the water around me. I simply observe the water and how it has been moving and how it moves prior to decision making, prior to moving left or moving right. Do you sort of get it? It's just pattern recognition. Like, do you get it? So, like, if you're thinking about love, if you're thinking about truth, if you're thinking about honor, I don't need to predict unconditional love. Like, I can tell you how a relationship will flow depending on how that person shows love. Like, it's pretty easy to show. Do you sort of get it? If they put conditions on love prior to meeting you, they will put conditions on love after meeting you. Like, do you sort of get it? If someone treats you unconditionally from the first time they meet you, they're not going to put conditions on you later. Do you sort of get it? So it's not that I'm trying to predict human behavior. I'm just observing the nature of that person in relationship to very easy to predict sort of markers. Do you sort of get it? So unconscious behavior, how I unconsciously treat you, Like, unless you consciously alter that behavior will unconsciously repeat. Do you get it? Like, it's really important to understand this because when we're understanding this, we're just understanding that if I am trying to flow with the truth of God, if I am embodying God's honor in life, do you sort of get it? I'm not controlling the flow of the river. I am simply observing the flow of the river and positioning myself to best benefit from the movement of the river. Do you sort of get it? In no way am I trying to compete with the water around me. I am in true collaboration with it. Do you sort of get it? I'm not trying to swim against the current. I'm not trying to swim left. I'm not trying to swim right. I position my body to move and turn right or to move and turn left. Like, do you sort of get it? Like, I'm trying to go the path of least resistance to movement so that I can maximize the positioning. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's really important to understand this because like it's this foundational understanding between competition and collaboration. That competition is the illusion of the ego for control. Collaboration is the truth of the higher consciousness and the truth of life. Do you sort of get it? When I when I cease to see myself as separate from the river, I cease to see myself as an individual within the river, an individual point. Do you sort of get it? So now movement throughout any point of that river is easily achieved because I am not fixated to any one point in that river. Like, does this make sense? So if you think about it with truth, I am not fixated on any one position or point within truth. I am flowing with the truth. Do you sort of get it? And I am positioning myself within that truth to maximize the outcome of that truth or my position within that truth. But in no way is any one position more important than the other position. It is the position's importance is relative to its positioning to the next movement. Do you sort of get it? What's the point of truth? Truth is so we can correct behavior. Truth is so we can see clearly, so we can have clarity. Do you sort of get it? I'm not speaking truth so that I can be seen as egotistically smarter than someone. I am speaking truth to direct the flow of human consciousness. Do you get it? Positioning for maximum impact in the natural flow or movement. Human consciousness is evolving in specific ways, and I am simply flowing within the truth of that and positioning myself to maximize or to compound or to um yeah, compound will do, but basically to compound the outcome of each action or the energy put into each action. Do you get it? If I speak truth outside of the right timing, truth falls flat on its face. If I speak truth in the right timing, in the right moment, it amplifies the clarity and the resonance of that truth. Do you sort of get it? So if you're thinking about unconditional love, like if you're thinking about becoming God's unconditional love within physical form, like why are you becoming unconditional love? Like when you're going down this river of unconditional love within life and it's turning from left to right, why is it turning? Do you get it? Like, do you understand? Like, when I'm in this unconditional love, like what am I trying to achieve, or what is my intention within the unconditional love? Do you get it? And I am positioning myself within unconditional love in relation to the desired outcome I have. So, should I want people within my community to be more loving, I am positioning myself within unconditional love through my speech and actions to maximize or to compound or amplify the energy that I put in it, or that love, that experience of love. Do you sort of get it? If I show people unconditional love on Christmas Eve or something like that, it's going to mean more than if I do it on just a Tuesday. Do you know what I mean? If it's winter out and I want to show the homeless community unconditional love and give them somewhere warm to sleep, like it's going to mean more in winter than it will in summer. Not to say it won't mean something in summer, but if I'm trying to alter the flow of the river, like, and sort of change where the river is directing or going, it's like I'm trying to like amplify each of my motions to basically alter the movement of the water to the desired way that I want. So maybe I want to end homelessness. And that's my intention. And I want to do it through unconditional love and through God's unconditional love. Like, what am I trying to achieve through that? Am I trying to achieve the awakening within those who are homeless? Am I trying to change or to create change within the communities and the environments for behaviors? Am I trying to, do you sort of get it? So why am I? Am I becoming God's unconditional love to share the word of Jesus, to share Christianity, Catholicism, Islam, Judaism? Like, am I trying to share faith through God's unconditional love? Do you sort of get it? And I'm simply positioning myself within unconditional love to maximize my intention or actions or the outcomes of my actions. Do you get it? And when we're understanding this, we're just starting to understand what it truly means energetically. I'm not trying to control and dominate the frequency of God's love to be the love that I want. I am simply flowing within God's love in the love that I want. Do you get it? And I'm using that love to amplify my actions towards my desired outcome. So if I wanted people to feel God's love and God's presence whenever they spoke to me, do you sort of get it? I'm existing within God's love or unconditional love, and I'm positioning myself to always be maximizing or compounding each of my actions into the desired response or result that I want. So if I want people to feel God's presence, the way in which I speak and I act to them, I am always like broadcasting that feeling of unconditional love. Do you get it? I'm speaking unconditional love into their life. I am making sure they feel the unconditional love. Do you get it? So when we're understanding this and we're starting to get into it, like what we want to understand is if I am like the energetic frequency of God's love. Okay. Like if I am God within the universe, if I am God within physical form, then what is it like? What is my responsibility? Do you sort of get it? So we're going to start to understand now that we understand what Mother Universe is, what Father Consciousness is, what God is. We understand quantum physics and physics, we understand the frequency of God and the different formations of the frequency of God and what that frequency means. And we understand how to embody it. Now, what we want to start to look at understanding is our responsibility and our purpose. Do you sort of get it? So, like, for example, what is the purpose of life within the universe? What is the purpose of consciousness within the universe? Why am I consciously aware? Why am I alive? So, if we understand the mirroring nature of the universe, every organ that I have is a sensory organ, so to speak. Do you sort of get it? Like every way of perceiving and experiencing life is through the sensation of sensory data. So like it's pretty clear to see that what is most important for me as a conscious life within the universe is, do you sort of get it? Experience. So we start to understand that life within this universe of consciousness, life within a conscious universe, is one of the universe consciously experiencing itself through life. Do you sort of get it? Does it make more sense why God is within you? Why the frequency of God is something for you to access? When you access the frequency of God, you are simply accessing the universe through your experience of the universe in the highest state of potential you can achieve within the universe. Do you sort of get it? So it's not like we're trying to achieve anything by like becoming the frequency of God or becoming God within physical form. But it's just to say, like, if life is to experience the universe, and that is the purpose of life, me experiencing the universe from the highest state of potential within life is me experiencing the highest state of the universe within my experience of life. Life. Do you sort of get it? So, like, outside of that, like, we help each other, we make heaven on earth, we make life better for each other. But it's like I'm becoming the physical embodiment of God within this form, becoming the frequency of God within this form, so that I can experience God within the universe as God within the universe. Do you get it? Like it's a pretty wild and a pretty funny thing. So when we start to understand this, it's really important that we understand, like, one, how us becoming God within physical form influences or affects others. So my action into the external environment, my speech into the external environment. Do you sort of get it? But then we're also understanding how does becoming the frequency of God or God within physical form alter and shape my experience of the universe and life? Do you sort of get it? Because I am simultaneously an individual and the collective. Do you get it? So I have to be consciously aware of how my actions will influence the collective, but I also primarily have to be focused on how my actions are going to influence my own perception of it. Do you sort of get it? So it's like if me being God within physical form allows me to experience life to the level of experience that I desire that makes me feel personally good. my life is positive. If every action and word I speak positively benefits other people, do you sort of get it through my intention? Like that is going to not just personally make my like it's not going to directly make my life better. It will indirectly make my life better. It will make every positive experience that much sweeter. Do you get it? So it's like I'm not helping people looking for a direct like outcome from it. Do you sort of get it? So it's sort of like if you understand like what Jesus spoke of in all of this, it's not that I should seek to help other people in life, but it's like if life is that good that other people aren't suffering, like my life is amazing. It's heaven on earth. Do you sort of get it? So it's not about me going out there saying other people are victims and other people need to be helped and other people need to be saved. But it's like if my actions make other people's lives better, like other people are going to have better lives. Do you know what I mean? My life will be better because everyone's life will be better. Do you get it? So when we're understanding this and we're getting into understanding this, it's the indirect. So the direct reason I become God within physical form is always so that I can experience life to the in the highest state of potential life has to offer. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a very personal thing. But it's like if I am God in physical form and I am able to positively impact other people's life and allow them to experience God through my experience of life, do you sort of get it? Like that's going to make life so much better. Like, does it make sense? So if we start to understand this, it's just understanding that like my purpose in life as a fundamental unit is to experience life. The way in which I experience life is through others or through my connection to others. If there is no other life, there is nothing to experience. Do you sort of get it? So, like, it is in my best interest through the foundation of collaboration to see all of life as something that can benefit from my experience. Do you sort of get it? So it's not about ego of like I'm important and so many people rely on me, but it's like if I become happy and whole within myself and I show you a path to happy and wholeness within you, and your life becomes better. Like, do you sort of get it? And then you show someone another path. Do you sort of get it? So, like, we just understand, like, the whole purpose is to create and alter the energetic state of the world or the environment or human consciousness to a point of being able to conceptualize themselves as the entirety of the universe through their own personal experience. Do you sort of get it? When human consciousness has that state of understanding, what will happen is then you are able to perceive and conceive your direct actions and your direct broadcast into the environment and how that influences and benefits all within the environment. Do you sort of get it? So, like when we're starting to understand this, when we're starting to understand sort of what it means to become the frequency of God within form, what it means to become God within form, like it's important to understand the obligation, and it's not an obligation of sort of, you have to do this and you have to be like this. But it's like, if you can achieve a state of God within physical form, one where you are able to fundamentally influence and benefit others within the universe, like, what is your obligation, your purpose? Do you get it? So it's important for us to understand this, because when we're trying to understand our life within the God frequency, and we understand the God frequency as being able to perceive the entirety of the universe through my experience, and how that experience influences the entirety of the universe. Like, do you sort of get it? So when we're understanding this, like when we're understanding our life as an individual, how do I exist within that? Exist as being an individual conscious life within this universe, but also to be the entirety of this universe. Do you sort of get it? Like, it's really important to understand this, because when we're trying to understand this, like, there are states where I can enter my higher consciousness easy. There are states where exiting my ego is really difficult. Do you sort of get it? So, like, what I'm trying to become aware of is that even in the depths of my ego, I understand and know inherently that I am God within physical form. Do you sort of get it? So, like, I have to create, so to speak, psychological breaks, but it's also in my ability to pull myself out of individual conceptualization of life to collective conceptualization of life. Do you sort of get it? Sometimes I want to be an individual, sometimes I want to be the collective. Do you sort of get it? So, like, it's through my speech and action. Like, does this make sense? My embodied speech and action. Should I find myself and my speech and action becoming too ego based or egotistical, I then alter that belief of ego into the knowing of connection to all within the universe, to all within life. Do you sort of get it? So I'm becoming aware that I know that the frequency of God is simply the highest state of potential. Do you get it? So, like, me becoming egotistical or ego based, I am no longer in the highest state of potential. Because once I sort of try to dominate and control something, I cease to have, like, ownership over it. Do you know what I mean? I can never control the river by force. Once I try to control it by force, it'll never happen. The only way I can control it is through alignment and collaboration, identifying where the turn is going to be and then positioning myself for the best outcome of that turn. So I'm not reacting to the way that it's going. I am simply seeing that the flow doesn't go straight, and I am knowing that there are going to be many turns. Do you sort of get it? So it's really important to understand this. But as we finish off this session, we will look at and understand your responsibility. So, like, it's really important to understand this. Like, what is your responsibility to the highest state of potential within you in any moment, in any speech, in any actions you take? Like, do you sort of get it? Like, within you right now is the blueprint of the universe. Like, do you get it? Within you right now is everything within the universe. So it's like your responsibility to yourself is to experience that, is to explore that, is to become friends with the universe within you. So you may understand and experience the universe outside of you. Do you sort of get it? But it's like this: we drop the ego, we drop all attachment or desire for outcome, we drop all desire for like trying to achieve or attain an egotistic or ego-based victory. Do you sort of get it? If I'm God, like, I don't need to live forever. I already live forever. Do you sort of get it? Me becoming overly attached to this physical form and then trying to alter my biological state to the point of non-death. That's not the right way to go. Do you sort of get it? As soon as I become too attached to this physical form, I cease to have access to the frequency of God. Like, as soon as I have any desire, now I can't, it's not to say I can't have desires for outcome, but it's to say I can't sort of desire to control the outcome. How the outcome comes is how the outcome comes. I'm in flow with understanding the actions and aligning myself to the actions in speech. I'm trying to speak kinder. I'm trying to act kinder. I'm trying to embody unconditional love. I'm trying to act with unconditional love. Do you sort of get it? Like, that's my responsibility, is that, like, if I say unconditional love is the frequency of God within this life, like, that's the truth I have determined, I have discerned. So, like, my obligation, my responsibility is to always embody that, to embody the truth I know, to not become attached to the ego and what the ego has to lose at the expense of that truth. Do you sort of get it? So, like, maybe I think that, like, unconditional love is the, like, God's frequency, or what I want to embody in God's frequency. And I think that I have unconditionally found the love of my life. And then all of a sudden that person dies. And then all of a sudden I feel like I've been forsaken. Do you sort of get it? Like, I am overly attached to the ego. Like, do you sort of get it? I have to let go because there's a path for me. Do you get it? If I try to control and become overly attached to the environment or to others within my environment, I will start to manipulate the flow or seek to control the flow. So, should the love of my life die, like, it's not to say you don't mourn or miss that person, but it's to say that, like, the flow of my life or the flow of love within my life was never meant to cease or stop here. It was meant to progress and move forward. Do you get it? Like, just because I think I've found the love of my life doesn't mean the river stopped flowing. Do you sort of get it? So it's really important to understand this, that, like, there's no real getting out of the river. Do you sort of get it? There's no domination and control over the universe. over life, over what happens in life. You are simply going with the flow of life to get the best out of life. Like the river don't stop until your life is over. Do you get it? So it's like you can't, like at any point in time, become too overly attached to the material, to what you have, to what you've achieved, to what you have to lose, to who you are. It's about flow. It's about the ease. It's about aligning purely to an energetic state that you like, it's dedication to becoming this, to aligning to this. Do you sort of get it? Really important to understand this. But as we will continue on, we will start to understand the depths of becoming God within physical form and really understand how to embody the frequency of God within every action, within every word we speak, within every action we take, every thought we think. Do you sort of get it? All right. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this part, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much.